Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 26 across America, departing Dillon, Montana, and the Hike Bike West Montana hostel. Heading to parts unknown today. I think Virginia City, Montana, or somewhere just outside of there. First stop today will be up in Sheridan, about, I believe, 25 miles north of here. And we're stopping there, I think, to get breakfast and coffee and allow a couple of guys that are behind us to catch up. So that's at least the plan, the best that I know it, for today. Nice wide shoulder to start out the day. Got Mark and Bruce ahead of me. And Roxanne is trailing behind. And Paul and James, we're still back at the hostel talking to Larry. Larry, one of the camp administrators there. And the mountains looming in the foreground. Those are some pretty high peaks there. We're at 5,000 feet here. We've descended a lot, which we have to make all back today and tomorrow. We got to get back over, I think we got to go back to like 73 or 7,400 feet tomorrow when we gain back what we lost yesterday, and what we'll lose a little bit more today. I think when we get to Twin Bridges, we're bottomed out again. It's pretty flat here, just rolling up and down. I don't know if you hear Mark's narrative here, but we're looking at this huge house.
It looks like a motel.
Yeah, and judging from the, it's got a posted sign up, a regular mailbox address and whatnot. No sign saying what it is, but I don't know if that's somebody's house or what it is, but it's huge. Yeah, so we're all sitting up here taking a break, and I don't know if you heard Mark's narrative or not, but he was telling us about that rock in the distance there is where Sacagawea met Lewis and Clark. Is that legend or is that fact?
What Larry told me.
Well, it's got to be fact if Larry told you.
That's right. That's right.
Let Larry from the hostel last night. So this here is the Beaverhead River. And across the road here, I got to be careful, the road's very narrow here. Beaverhead Rock. The area surrounding it, the Beaverhead River running up, coming down from that direction. And then rolls in back behind me here. And there is a actual beaver dam over there. I believe that's what that is. And then the river rolling on up behind me. So we are coming into Twin Bridges, Montana. 27 miles into the ride today. Quick little ride over here, less than Bruce caught up. Looks like, not Bruce, looks like Paul caught up to us. Yeah, he fell in behind. So a nice little hour and 40-minute ride up from Dillon as we roll into town. Looks like we got both of them. Even James is back there. I think that's James. So we're going to slide over here to the Blue Anchor, get some coffee. Parking in rear. They got some benches and some picnic tables in the back we can park in, guys. Yeah. That looks nice. So we are heading out of Twin Bridges now, 30 miles to our campsite tonight, and about, I think, 1,300 feet of climbing roughly. So it's just noon now and we're already half the miles done, but the first half of the day pretty easy. Tailwind and mostly flatter downhill from Dillon here to Twin Bridges. So here we are riding just east of Sheridan. I'm not going around Roxanne, I'm going to stay here. Sheridan, Montana. Heading out towards our first climb of the day. Been climbing a little bit here. High country all around us. I'd say it's probably about 80 degrees out, bright, sunny, beautiful day. Very enjoyable riding right now. And we've got about a little less than 20 miles to go to our campsite for tonight, which is just the other side of Virginia City. So we get this, I think about a 1,600 foot climb under our belt. We'll be there. And then tomorrow morning we got another climb, I think early on, really steep, about another 600 or so feet to get us back up over 7,000. We're sitting on about 5 right now. This place here is the log cabin over there is Pete Daly's log house. It's known as Robber's Roost, just the short and dirty here while we're taking a break. This place was it was built after it was actually a robber's roost. It was a place where gangsters that lived in the Montana area, a group called the Innocents, would rob people between, I guess it was Sheridan and Virginia City, and this was like their headquarters. And the sheriff was kind of like the leader of the gang out here. He kind of knew all the gang members and let them do their thing, probably taking a cut of the proceeds. But this was the area where they kind of hung out and preyed upon travelers that were moving back and forth along through this area. The log cabin was actually built in 1864 after the death of the entire gang and the sheriff by a guy by the name of Pete Daly, and it just became known as Robber's Roost. So that's kind of the quick and dirty on the history of it. Well, this is Virginia City, or Nevada City, I'm sorry. Nevada City, and we're getting maybe a storm come in here. I guess we're going to keep moving for now. And this is Virginia City. And I think we missed the storm. Now we're just climbing up to our campground. So I wanted to start this video with this sign. And that sign actually works both ways, because down here in front of me, you can see there's a lot of human activity. And I think they need to have a sign up, or it should work both ways. They need to have a sign up that says human activity currently, how would I do that? Humans are currently active in this area, and we are. So we are at the Rambling Moose Campground in Virginia City, Montana, on a lovely Thursday night. The campground is already full. People are already starting to pile in here for 4th of July weekend. And we were able to get this site here for 6 of us, which I'm giving you a look of now. This is kind of typically what our evenings have been looking like for the last week or so. It's just a beautiful area down in here. But I think that's Mark going down towards the the office there for some reason. He's got something charging down there. They have his wife rides a e-bike, and they have to charge it at night. And I think he's down there checking on the charge on that. And over here we got Paul and Bruce sitting here having a conversation. And this is kind of what we do at night. We just kind of sit around and talk and enjoy each other's company, and it's really been a very pleasant time of being with these guys and being in these beautiful locations at night and sharing meals together at night. And sometimes we mix our meals together and kind of have, when I say mix them together, throw them all in one pot. I actually had, for the first time in my life, ramen noodles and mashed potatoes the other night, garlic mashed potatoes the other night with Paul. That's what we had. And so those are kind of the things that go on with bikers that are traveling across the country together, and in the evening when we get to camp. And it's a great way to just to share time together and make friends. And so we've got a group of 6 together. James, who was traveling with us as well, had a warm showers host about 14 miles from here that he was staying with tonight. And there's Mark wheeling. Is that Roxanne's charged up bike?
Yep,
all charged, ready to go. That's a real project for them, the power management of an e-bike. But Roxanne, this was one of her. I remember her saying that this was one of the things that she wanted, if she's going to do this trip with her husband, was with Mark, was she wanted to do it on an e-bike, so she'd have some help with the mountains and whatnot out here. And so they have to manage the power. They get about 50 miles a day. If you're going to travel along with them, you're going to do about 50 miles a day if you want to stay with them. So that's what we've been doing. There's the group of us are quite happy doing that. It makes the days shorter for us. We get to enjoy each other's company as we go along, and quite honestly, that's really a really big part of this. I've started to enjoy this a lot more since I've been around these people, and if I got to do this whole trip across the country at 50 miles a day just to so I got some people around me, I think I would probably do it. It would probably extend it by a couple of weeks, but I don't have a time limit to be back, and so we'll see how it goes. We all have different directions we're going. They're going off to they're going to finish in Maine. Paul, who's with me, is probably going to stop riding the end of July and go home, and then resume his ride next year because he needs to be home by the end of July. James is going to Washington, D.C. There's another young man that I'm supposed to meet up with in West Yellowstone probably on Saturday, that's going to Yorktown, Virginia. He's doing the whole Trans-America, so he could probably ride as far as Illinois with me. Bruce is going to Boulder, Colorado. He'll be with me to Walden. At any rate, I'm going to head back up to camp here and hang out with the group for a while.